Hi everyone. So I'm here with a question which is put forward to me by the set of collectives, I mean DFs and DM. They ask, even after balancing our inner masculine and inner feminine, is there a possibility that we can go ahead and trigger our DMDF into physical? Answer to this question is yes. There is a possibility. It's quite possible. And the reason behind it is also very very obvious. Okay, see, at this stage what happens when you have balanced your inner masculine and feminine. You're done with all your inner works. Okay, you have worked on your ego, right? And you assume that even the your counterpart has worked on his ego, because what happens is, it's not, don't be under this misunderstanding that if you are on your spiritual awakening, they are not doing anything, there is no change in them. Please do not be under this misunderstanding. Okay, divine is giving you your lessons in a spiritual way, all right, and divine is giving them their lessons in a karmic way. They understand in a karmic pattern. Okay, and we understand in a spiritual style, the way we usually take our lessons. But both are simultaneously, some changes are taking place in both the divine counterparts. Okay, now when we say we have balanced our inner masculine and feminine, what happens at this stage is by this time you are already unblocked into the physical, meaning maybe on social media, or you may meet each other as friends, and you are already you have entered into a friend zone with your divine counterpart. Okay, wherein both the counterparts know, yes, take it from me, your divine counterpart also knows that you are into a twin flame journey, but then they don't want to accept it into the physical. Okay, that's the reason why they're feeling that connect with you. They are feeling that there is none other than this person, like you know all that. Okay, I need not mention in every video of mine. So let's get back to the point why this happens. See, by this time, okay, let us talk about you, that is the most awakened divine counterpart. So at this stage, okay, you literally read your divine counterpart like an open book. Yes, you read them. You feel their energies, even though they are not even you may not be very close to each other physically. You may be separated with the geographical distance and this and that. You may be across countries, across states, but still you can, you can sense each other's energies. You can sense what's going on in their mind. Okay, so what you do usually, now you all are in friend zone. Okay, so you go ahead and you start teaching them whatever lessons you have learned. You start being a teacher to them, and they are triggered at this, because whatever you tell them, they do agree from within, because what you're telling them is a truth, it's a fact, right? They do agree from within, but then their ego does not allow them to accept whatever you say into the physical, into 3D. So that triggers them. Okay, so my dear friends, try not to become their teacher, please. It's a kind request. See, when it was time, just try to recollect those that peak separation time. Try to recollect your dark night of soul. Did they come to teach you something? Were you channelized by your divine counterpart? No, never, never. You were channelized through the divine. Divine was your source of information, right? So now at this stage, when you are getting the downloads, yes, you are getting the downloads, because by this time you are in you are in 5D union, and you are, yes, approaching to the physical union as well. I'm talking about that collective of divine feminines and masculines. So you can't control those energies, and you just say that, come on, do this. This is what you're meant to do, and this is what, because you know that that is the truth. But my dear friends, they are not in the state of mind to accept that. They're not prepared for it. Okay, so please do not go ahead and tell them anything. They will learn in divine time, as how we have learned in divine time. Okay. Um, so if we can handle this, I think we will not trigger each other. Because usually, see, what happens, okay, frankly speaking, at this stage, when you go ahead and tell them something and they are not listening, you are also triggered, right? To a certain extent, ask yourself, okay? Even though you have worked on yourself, even though you are balanced, all these things, after all, we are human beings. We are into this human body. Until we are going to remain into this human body, some ego here and there, it's going to reflect back. Unless you are that those saint kind of people who, you live in the mountains. But we are not, right? We have karmics around even today, isn't it? We have the soulmates, we have this and that, we go to work. So obviously it's quite possible. So my advice would be, please do not force start something, because this is a time when they are trying to understand you at a much deeper level. Okay, so let them take their time. If you try to, what you're doing right now, you try to pull them to your level. You're trying to pull them to understand what they are not prepared to understand spiritually. All right. And in the process, what happens is they also tell you, no? Sometimes it happens, right? They also will tell you, see, like in their karmic way, the way they have learnt their lesson, they will try to impose them on you. And that time also you feel triggered. So please do not feel triggered. Do not get triggered. Control your emotions, control your feelings, and try to be in the friend zone only. Okay. See, my dear friends, you've come all the way long, right? You've come all the way long. Just remember those sleepless nights that you've spent when you were in your dark night of soul. Did you believe and did you trust at that time? In the beginning stage of separation, did you even understand that you are on a twin flame journey? No. But today, see the journey that you have crossed, see the path that you have come along. There are a lot of changes in you, right? So the same kind of changes are even happening side by side into your divine counterpart. They are happening at a subtle level. You do not know about it. You do not see them into physical. Okay. So have patience and balance yourself. Okay. Sit with yourself. Do meditation. When I say do meditation, I don't mean that always you sit in silence and say some, chant or this, that. I don't know. Whatever you feel comfortable, you may connect to the divine, listening to music, start singing if you like to. You may even dance. Yes. Wow. When I say this, I'm just hearing the angelic bells, There is a church just besides my house, maybe at a distance of around 2 kilometers, 1 or 2 kilometers, and I can hear that. I'm really feeling so connected with the divine. Oh, so grateful for all this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, universe. So connect with the divine the way you feel connected. Okay, more important is that you should feel the connection. Do not stick yourself to the the traditional way of meditating or this and that. Just do what you feel like. Okay, so stay safe and stay healthy. Goodbye, dear friends.